August 1971, Andy Warhol's production Pork opened at the Roundhouse today. Directed by Tony Ingrassia, the production is based on conversation tapes supplied by Warhol. The cast includes Cherry Vanilla, Wayne County, Anthony Zanetta, Jerry Miller, and Lee Black Childers.
We were all doing a play for Andy Warhol called Pork. And we were doing it in New York. It was all done from Andy Warhol's personal tapes. He used to tape everything, every conversation, every telephone call, everything. And we put it together into a play. We did it at La Mama in New York, and a crazy art dealer decided to bring it to London. So we came to London. None of us had been to London at all before. And so we'd get the NME every week and look and see who was playing where. And one week I saw a little tiny ad for David Bowie at a place called the Country Club on Haverstock Hill. And I had read a little article by John Mendelsohn in Rolling Stone which said there's this guy and he does weird songs and he dresses up in dresses. And so we thought, oh, great, anyone who dresses in dresses, we want to go see him. So we called around, and we couldn't even find a record company, although he was with RCA by then. He was just doing the Hunky Dory album. So we went in, and there were only about 20 people in the audience. And he was not dressed to dress. He was dressed in yellow trousers and a big hat. Mick Ronson was with him, and Rick Wakeman on piano. And Angie was there, and Dana Gillespie.
We all went off specially to see it, and we all met them all afterwards. And those people later became all the kind of workers in the Mayman Company in New York.
That's when he met Andy, actually. I think for the first time was at the opening of Pork, because Andy came to it, and he had that song on the Hunky Dory album, Andy Warhol.
Yeah, and got absolutely no response whatsoever. I mean, I think actually, I heard later he was fairly insulted by it. He thought, you know, those words are really weird, you know. Do I really? Is that what he really thinks of me? But I wasn't aware that, like most of us, Warhol was very sensitive about what people said about him. Because I bought the pop art thing that he was like, you know, wasn't a real person. That he was just this creation, you know. 15 years after that, I'd be looking at myself and saying, don't people realise I'm a human being? But we did. The only touch point that we had was a pair of shoes that I was wearing from Anello and Davey. They were kind of real strange little jobs. I think they were yellow. As far as I remember, they were yellow with a 2-inch heel on them. And he really liked them, and of course it occurred to me that the one reason he was getting quite fascinated about it is he used to be a shoe designer. He used to, or at least he used to do a lot of drawings of shoes anyway, because I remember seeing them. So I thought, oh, well, they like those then. Let's talk about my shoes. So we talked about my shoes. That's all I got out of him, really. It was also quite a disillusionment in its own way. But on the other hand, it supported everything I wanted to believe about him, is that, you know, I was with Warhol for an hour and he said nothing. No.